I wanted to talk about preparing in spiritual warfare, but it's going to be more personal, on a personal level to you. I just want to let you guys know what I am doing, just in case you notice any changes to the frequency in the future of me putting videos out there. For the past 6 months, we have been thinking about downsizing our homes. I mean, we love the area that we live in our home, but there's only two of us here, and who needs two living rooms? So I want to be able to downsize the home and to get a more modest home and maybe a little bit more land so I can do things that maybe I can't do here, such as have a garden. I like to have some shade, but I also like to have sun, and around here it's mostly shade, but the time, I think it's going on 4 or 5 o'clock, but the sun is coming behind me now, so it's peeking through the trees. But so that's what I'm going to be doing. So if I find myself a little busy, then you'll know that I'm probably busy getting prepared to maybe look at houses or moving or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. I pray to God that He is with me in every aspect of this. At first, I asked Him if He wanted me to move, and I believe that He does. We got approval, and the amount wasn't like I was hoping. It was just a little bit on the low end, and it's because we have a second mortgage. So that kind of hurt us there, because when they give us this loan and we use it, that we will have 3 mortgages. And but I don't plan on keeping it like that for very long, because the way I figured, if I could buy a modest home and a lot cheaper, and I'll use the money I make off of this home and put it to that, I will have paid a big chunk off of that. It'll leave me in a better financial position. I want to do this because it's about preparing. I want to be able to be more, for us to be more sustainable for ourselves, so we can provide for ourselves, and I think that will just help us. And we live in a neighborhood here, but I like to be able to get out a little further, where either you're by yourself or maybe there's only maybe a couple houses around. And so that's what we're trying to do. And, because there are some hard times coming, like I always said, and since 2020, things have gotten harder, and they're going to continue to get harder. It's not going to get any better. I mean, depending on who gets into office, it could get better for a while, but things are not going to get any better. If they do for a while, it's not for long. But it's going to continue to get worse, and the only one that's going to change this is Yeshua, Jesus Himself, when He comes back. We are on that time where we are on that downslope, and there's only going to be one person, and that's God Himself, that's going to change it. That is what I believe. And the other thing I wanted to tell you guys is, you guys that do watch, I know there's a few of you that pretty much let me know who you are, and who comment on my videos. That's how I know you. And I really appreciate the fact that you comment on them, because even if it's just a small comment or whatever, because it does help the video out. YouTube likes to see interaction, and I really appreciate each time you do that. And I know there's other people, I don't know who, but I know there's other people out there who do watch them, and I appreciate you too. Even if you don't comment, I do appreciate you watching. So I just want to let you guys know. And but you may have remember, I started talking about demons, and I started talking about the power of God, and how His power was over the demons. And it seems like that since I started talking about demons, that I wonder if I was physically attacked in some way. And I'm not saying I was. I don't know. It may not be biblical, because I don't know if a called out believer in God and Jesus can actually be attacked in a physical way. But it seemed like when I started talking about demons, that I went to the emergency room now, several months ago because I had vertigo. My world started spinning and wouldn't stop. I never experienced anything like that, and it kind of affected the rest of my body. Since then, I went back one more time a couple months later because I felt a little different, and my ears were buzzing because I was out mowing, and I was using self-propelled mowers. I didn't think I was working that hard, but it was hot out, and my hands started feeling light, and I just didn't feel right, and my heart was beating fast. My blood pressure was up, but once I went there, then I was fine. And I went for some tests after that, and the test showed up fine. It showed that there was no problems. So since then, I have been feeling normal. I felt normal, and one of the things I've been doing is at night I listen to this YouTube channel called Calming Truth, and I've been listening to scripture all night. They have like an 8-hour loop, and I've been listening to scripture on healing and scripture on protection. And I believe that truly helped. That truly helped because I feel normal today. It took me a while to feel that way because for even 2 months after that happened, I could be just standing there talking to somebody and I would start to feel lightheaded. And it makes you realize the simple things that we do every day, how we don't really appreciate that because they're simple things, just like standing there talking to somebody. And I remember thinking, I wish I felt normal. I don't like feeling like that. I want to be normal and, talk to somebody, but, it's a little hard sometimes because I start feeling lightheaded and, then I'm afraid that I might have some big episode, which I haven't, not since that one time like that. So I've been feeling normal, thank God, and I thank God for it. So, if any of you know, let me know, is that biblical? I don't even know if that's possible that could happen in that manner. And it may not be. It may just be a coincidence. And but if it is, I have to look at my life and maybe I'm doing something that I need to improve in my walk. Or, maybe it's the fact that I entered that realm where I was talking about it and I was attacked. So anyway, like I said, I'm not for sure about that part, but so if there are any changes here, it's because we're doing things to prepare physically and spiritually. So I would advise you, my brothers and sisters, to do the same thing, whether you're staying where you are or whether you want to move somewhere. Put yourself in a position to where when things get rough, you don't have to take the mark. To where you'll be able to, that's kind of a joke, but to where you can help yourself with food, with water. And I'm, nobody's perfect as how they prepare. I definitely am not, but I definitely need to improve. But anyway, I hope this has been a blessing to you, and I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a wonderful week. May God bless you and keep you.